Hey, everybody. Let's listen to this wonderful song that Ryan wrote for us while we talk over it. Or not. Whatever you want to do, Ryan. It's your song.
Eh, Let it go. Get you guys in the mood.
Hey, everybody. Let's listen to this wonderful song that Ryan wrote for us. And that is Dirge of Solomon. Congratulations, Ryan, on producing a masterpiece.
Something like that.
Yep, yep.
Mr. Jones, don't listen. He's playing the brown note.
Yeah, I'm going to consider this permission to use this, and I'm going to use it in all of my work since it gets super famous, and you won't be able to charge me royalties for it, so suck it.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's how it's going to go. I'm going to make money off your song. It's my
I didn't
plan.
expect that to happen, but I may mess around with more shit like that in the future. We'll see.
Yeah. Uh, I can't keep
So,
playing it. It's over. It's a minute and 23 seconds. It's over. So what did we do last time?
yeah, so let's recap a little, I guess. So this is the second session with Balrog Blacksteel, the evil dwarven fighter cleric. Um, Last session, we trounced around the cooling sands a little bit. That's this desert over here on the west of the continent. Started in Sands Gate, raided a temple of some some good priests, love priests, right?
Love priests.
I only died twice or something like that.
But not really.
Yeah, I'm knocked out twice. But I'm sturdier than that. I've teamed up with this sort of shifty fellow by the name of Patty.
I had forgotten his
Seems
name.
seems pretty good with the sword, so I may keep him around. And we wound up at the pit at the end of last session.
Mm-hmm.
If you are curious about the details of last 2 weeks ago's adventures, just watch the VODs. They're on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Patty and Balrog are in the pit, the town in the middle of the cooling sands.
And apparently, in the middle of this town, there is a pit.
Yeah, kind of like a Sarlacc pit, but
Yes,
without the living creature inside of it. It's just a giant bottomless
black
pit.
abyss.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you guys doing in the pit?
So I think we just rolled into town. I think it's like afternoon sometime. I don't really remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
sometime in the afternoon.
I don't think we dealt with it. I declared that I was going to find a nice inn and get a nice meal and clean up, but I don't think no, I definitely didn't spend any money on that.
No, no.
So why don't we take care of that?
All right,
Find me a nice classy inn and a good meal.
you find yourself a nice, classy inn. That's yeah.
I'm just looking at my shits because the horses are patties, aren't they?
Yes, they are Patty's horses.
Express. Okay. Okay. So I unload my 50 pounds of silk loot from the horse and stagger into the inn, get a room, and drag it upstairs at a movement speed of 1.
All right, the inn is called the Red Feather.
The Red Feather.
The Red Feather. And the innkeeper is this jolly young man, fairly thin, but always seems to kind of be. Well, I guess I can't say always, but from what you've seen of him, he's kind of happy and a little bit bouncy. Um, he's got a gold tooth in the front, which I'm sure you get the feeling that you're going to hear the story if you try and talk to him at all. So you kind of move him
I'm not very
along.
sociable. I'm yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at inadvertently shutting people up.
Yeah. So is
So
Balrog.
so I will pay for my in room and not hear the story of his missing tooth.
Okay. It's a nicer
Just
in
for
room,
now.
so it is 8 silver for the night, plus dinner.
Including dinner or dinner on
Including
top
dinner.
of that?
Including dinner.
Okay. And 2 silver. Okay. So I'll pay for that and drag my silks upstairs, dump my shit in my room, go get dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and go back to my room immediately after eating.
Okay. You go back to your room.
No, and
Patty has gone to a smaller town, a smaller bar, and he said he'll meet up with you later.
okay. He does express interest in meeting up later.
Yes.
Balrog has a friend.
Hmm.
So yeah, and then I will go to my room and sort through the silks that I have. So I traded. So last session I had stolen a bunch of gold leaf from the church and traded them with some merchants for silk. I have 50 pounds of silk. I think I will separate out the black and red
Mm-hmm.
and keep that for myself, and then try and pawn off the rest of it at some point tomorrow. Or maybe today if there's still enough daylight.
Didn't you trade gold for silk, and now you're trading silk
Yes.
back for gold?
No, that's what I just yeah, something like that. It was gold leaf though. Remember?
Oh, right. It wasn't gold.
Or like
It was gold leaf.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So how much of that is black and red?
Not very much. About 5%.
5% of 50 pounds is 2.5 pounds. All right. So I will probably ditch my shitty clothes and fancy myself up with these new silks. Just, I mean, I basically just had a robe on top of armor, so now I'll have silk shawl and shits on top of armor. Wrap it up in a way that makes me feel pretty.
Nice. You feel very pretty.
Charisma bonus, charisma bonus.
No.
And can I try and, is it still afternoon?
Yes. Well, it's the next day.
Okay.
Because you had dinner, and I take it you had. I mean, it can be that evening
Okay.
if you want, but.
No, we can skip to the next day.
Okay. Yeah, next day rolls around.
And I will go try to find a market to pawn this shit.
There is a bazaar in the middle of town of the pit. Strange place for bazaar, but they have one here.
Like around the pit?
No, it's not actually around the pit. It's off to the side of the pit. The pit is outside of the bazaar significantly. This is not an open air bazaar. This is a closed air bazaar. Tall building or strong walled buildings with kind of like connecting corridors here and there and lots of open rooms. You're a little bit confused. It's almost maze-like. But you quickly realize the need for the walls as the wind picks up outside, and you can hear the sand blasting the side of the building and tinkling along the glass. But inside, it is nice and safe, and you can trade all sorts of commodities without fear of them getting damaged by the sand or the wind. Walking around, you do come across a group of traders who are selling other fabrics. They are not currently selling silks. They are selling wools. Not wool. I guess you wouldn't call it wools, but they are selling wool from the Drowning Peaks, from sheep and just all sorts of animal raised on the Drowning Peaks.
All right. I'll show them off a sample of the silks that I have and ask if they're interested or if they know anyone who deals in such wares.
One of them scratches his chin and goes, My buddy Matthew was selling some silks very much like this. Saw him a few days back.
Did he head out west?
Uh-huh.
He must be the man that I got these from.
Bought these from, right. You certainly didn't kill him and take them from him.
I smile a big grin. I say, of course not. Next time you see Matthew, he'll be sporting some fine gold leaf.
You traded gold leaf for silk, and now you want to trade silk for gold coin?
I nod.
Seems a long way. Why didn't you just trade the gold leaf for gold coin?
Matthew didn't have gold coin.
Give me a charisma check. He's skeptical at best.
Skeptical he shall remain. 15. Okay. I tell him, I don't appreciate all these questions. And I give him a mean scowl and go off in search of someone else.
Okay. You keep walking around. Oh my god, look at these rolls. You keep walking around, and you don't find anyone else that does any fabric or clothing related things, but there are plenty of other merchants about.
Okay. I'll just ask random people. Someone who, oh god, I don't know. I don't even want this shit. I don't know. I'll approach a random merchant who looks like he would have enough money to buy silk.
Okay.
I'm not a merchant, but I came up on the silk, and then I'm trying to pawn it off on the cheap.
All right. How much do you want for it? He asks.
Do I have any ballpark idea how much silk costs?
I mean, you know how much gold leaf you traded for it.
Shit ton.
Yeah.
50 pounds. I tell him 100 gold will take the 50 pounds of it, or near 50 pounds of it.
He looks it over, feels it, goes, all right, done deal.
All right.
And counts out 100 gold coins
Not
and
random.
puts them, no, 100 gold coins and sets them on the table before you.
All right. I give him the 47.5 pounds of silk. Whatever. Way less than it's worth, but I am not a merchant. I want to go bash some skulls in and get done with this. So, where to next? I guess I will go to the tavern that I think Patty was staying at.
Okay. You make your way there with some direction, and upon arriving, you see Patty with the girl on his lap. He's red in the face and reeling with laughter. It looks like he's probably been drunk for all day, maybe all night even.
Nice, nice. I guess I'd join him at the table.
Okay, as you come in, he goes, "Hey, Geschwig, this is Balrog.
I thought
Balrog,
he was calling me
this is Geschwig, and these are Geschwig's little sisters." And he giggles, pointing at her boobs.
I order 3 drinks, I guess, and apologize to Geschwig for not ordering any drinks for her little sisters, but I'm not sure if they're of age.
They're all natural, Ryan. They didn't get fake ones back then. Although that is a great pickup line. And by great, I mean awful, but I would use it.
5 charisma,
Oh, yeah. All right.
14 witty intelligence. So 3 drinks.
Yeah, Patty offers to set you up with Geschwig's friend, if you're so inclined.
Not her sisters.
Not her sisters. He's having, he gets all 3 of them.
Paradisiac asks, what about the gembone? I am well aware about the gembone, but that is a spell component that I will probably save for later use. Um, sorry, how much did you say the drinks cost?
The drinks cost 6 copper. Because you got to drink for yourself, her, and him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, um, yeah, I sort of ignored the comment about Geschwig's friends unless they actually show up. Um, and I will ignore Geschwig and to Patty say, "So you handle that sword pretty well."
Yeah, a man like me, I know my way around a weapon. I know how to thrust with the blades and parry with the blades, and he winks at Geschwig, and she starts giggling, and he starts laughing.
So where are you headed next? I think that you and I could make a profitable team.
Well, I'm here for the time being. I've got coin, I've got company, I've got drink, I've got food. Why would I want to go anywhere?
There's more coin and more food and more drink to be had in this wide world.
And I will get them when I am spent. But you're right.
True.
You're right. Sometimes it's good to plan for the future. What do you got on the horizon for us?
Nothing yet. That's why I came to see you.
Well, I set up the last plan, and we split them profits pretty equally, if I do say so myself. So I think it's high time you come up with a plan for us, and together we'll split the profits pretty damn equally. And maybe we can have Geschwig find her cousins or more sisters. And then he squeezes her butt and laughs again.
Well done. All right. I tell them what's that girl's name? Rule and Reluna, is Reluna the goddess of passion?
Yes.
I pull the holy symbol of Reluna out and give them Reluna's blessing, and chortle to myself as I chug my beer and leave in search of adventure.
He doubles over laughing. She smiles, not really understanding. Like, she thinks you're actually giving them Merlina's blessing, but he
I
gets
mean,
it.
yeah, okay.
But he gets it.
I sort of am.
Yeah.
Once I finish reading through those books, I think I'll probably be able to. So,
Really?
yeah. Does this seem like a shifty bar to
Absolutely. It is
or
super
a
shifty.
for an adventurer of ill repute to find a quest?
Possibly. Possibly. It's a little early in the day for nefarious folk to be about.
We'll see. I'll leave Patty and what's her name to whatever they're doing and go find a quiet table by myself.
Okay.
And I'll read through those books that I stole while I wait for something to happen or try and think up a plan.
Sure. Can you give me a
So-
perception check, please?
Perception is 10. At least it's better than my charisma. Ugh, 14. Not
Okay.
gonna happen. I'm into this book.
You are reading these books. What books are these?
They're they're books that I stole from the priestess. There were a bunch of books in there. I left most of them. I took the ones that seemed to pertain to religion and the teachings of Nerul and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I may have accidentally grabbed a few books that didn't match. I have a bag that I've marked as weighing 10 pounds, so that's probably like 3 books shoved into a book bag or something like that.
Okay.
I never really specified the details. But.
All right. Yeah, they're just interesting holy books. They're just talking about the various gods, Reluna and Nerul, in different ways. I mean, you're a well-read priest. You understand the hierarchy and everything. But this is kind of like specialty reading that oh, interesting. haven't looked at this from this point of view.
Yeah, I don't have my religion proficiency, so this is my
Yeah.
beginnings of that broad sort of knowledge.
Right. So you are reading up on this stuff.
So did something take me by surprise with that
No,
perception
nothing
check?
takes you by
Didn't notice
surprise.
anything.
Notice
Okay.
nothing.
If nothing happens by mid-afternoon, I guess I'll go.
Yeah. You order. I would take it. You order some food or some more
Yeah, that's what I
drinks
was,
to.
I was going to say.
Alright, so throw down a few more silver. In what form is all your money?
I have 159 gold, 1 silver, and 4 copper.
Okay.
I broke a gold at the inn into silver, so I assume that was okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's where the silver came, and I've got the copper from the drinks I just bought.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's all in gold.
All right. So, yeah, it costs another 2 silver.
Okay, I'll break a gold then.
Okay.
You
Go
want me to keep
to
track
your
of it?
gold, and you notice that about 2/3 of it is missing.
So I would have had it in 2 pouches. Probably, I would have had
Okay.
a pouch of my gold and the pouch of 100 that I just got from.
You notice the pouch of 100 gold is intact, but
So
it's empty.
58. I think 58 gold, 1 silver, 4 copper was probably in my regular coin purse, and then I had the new one with 100.
Yeah.
So the,
The new
100
one-
is still there, and
The new one is all but empty, I should say. By
Okay.
the time you go to like split coins, you look in the pouch, you go in for your other pouch, and you notice the one next to you, there's only a few coins left in it.
how many?
You open it and look in, and you see there are 3 coins left, and they are glowing. And then before your eyes, there's 2 coins, and then before your eyes, there's 1 coin.
Try and grip on the last one,
Okay.
not let it get away.
It feels warm to your touch, but the last one does not get away.
I don't have any sort of spellcraftery, so I'm not really. I have no idea what's going on. I will hold it up to my eye and slowly open my fingers and try and peek if anything strange is happening to it.
Okay. You notice it starts to become immaterial as you loosen your grip on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't quite disappear. Like you stop being able to feel it, and your hands start just gripping itself. But you notice this last coin turns into a small ball of light that kind of floats in front of you for a moment, and then starts floating outside, or start
follow
floating
it.
towards the doorway. You follow it?
I follow it. Yeah.
Okay. The bartender is kind of left standing because you're like, I wanna. What the hell? And then you
Does
just
he
like walk
see
in.
any of this craziness, or?
I mean, he sees you grabbing for the stuff. You don't know if he sees the light or not. It's very faint. It's just this very soft glow gold.
I try and keep my eye on it, and I follow right behind it.
All right,
so
give
I
me a
know.
perception check.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which spell I had memorized. I'd sent it to you, but I can't even remember.
Hopefully,
Ages in the Skype chat. I don't even know if I'm gonna find it, so I may just.
I mean, you slept last night, so you can pick whatever spells you want.
Yeah. We'll just go with the good old command. All right. So perception check.
Yes.
30.
Oh, wow. Fine.
Critical.
Nail it, why don't you? You are able to follow this no problem. It hovers kind of through the city streets, and you keep pushing people out of your way and kind of barging around to keep up with it. Because as it,
always, I am fully armored.
right, as it gets, if it gets more than 5 feet away from you, it becomes almost impossible to see. So you're kind of pushing people around to get close to it.
Sure, no problem with that.
And you see it come heading out past the bazaar towards the pit itself. And around the pit, it's kind of this big hole in the ground, really, that just goes down endlessly. But there is a staircase, 2 staircases on either end that descend into the pit, and people have put tombs in the side, it looks like. And the light starts going down one of the staircases.
I follow it.
Okay. You get some people looking at you, but
Is the pit paved? Or is it just dirt ground leading up to it?
no. Up to the edge of the pit, it is rock,
Rock. It's like rock.
natural rock, uncarved.
Okay. So is it sort of rough, or is it a perfect
It used to be rough once
circle?
upon a time, but people have smoothed it out, and so it's easy to walk on, but it's not like crisp. There'll be occasional dips here, occasional bumps there.
Okay. Well, I will follow this fairy fire, or whatever, into the pit.
Okay. The staircase going down the pit is also made of stone. It looks like they've actually carved away part of the pit to make room for the staircase, not like they've built staircase onto it. They've literally just like carved away, which makes it very impressive when you go like 100 feet down and there's like 100 feet of stone, 4 feet wide, that is just gone. You question where it might have gone, and then you realize that the bottomless pit is probably the best place to throw trash.
Fair enough. I try and stick close to the wall.
Okay. You proceed to go down about 40 feet when the light slips between a set of bars that blocks off some passageway into a crypt and starts floating down the passageway.
I cannot fit between the bars, I assume.
You cannot fit between the bars.
Is it locked?
Yes. You give it a jiggle, and there's a chain with a lock on it.
I look up. How far down the stairs have I gone?
20, 25 feet, maybe 30 feet.
I will try and break the lock. Why don't I probably with my maul. I think would be my best bet.
Okay.
Um,
What is your open doors check?
Open doors is a 6.
Okay.
Bend bars is 2%, so I figure that's probably not even worth trying. I'll try opening the bars on that off.
Opening the bars.
Yeah. Nope. So
Okay.
I'm going to use the hammer to try and break the lock.
Okay. To break the lock, I'd say be an open doors -2
Okay.
because you're trying to beat the lock with a maul.
Is
A
this
maul
a
is probably the
situation
best
where
one.
I can repeatedly do it?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can just
Try it
keep
every
bashing
round?
it. I mean, if you have a big maul and there's a chain, eventually, if you beat it hard enough, it will break.
Okay.
Eventually, or your weapon will break.
Okay.
But yeah,
So rolling a d20, getting a 4 or lower.
4 or lower.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
4 is my 4
Yeah.
or lower.
so you take your maul, you give it a good whap right on the chain. The lock snaps right off, tumbles down, clatters at your feet, clatters down the stairs a little bit, and then falls into the pit.
Right. I
Um,
open the door,
you start taking the chain off. What do you do with the chain once you get it out of the door?
throw it in the pit.
Toss it in the pit. And at this point, there are some people who are looking down at the pit at you, seeing you kind of like breaking into this thing.
Were there a lot of guards in this town, or
There are some guards in this town. Yes, it's a medium-sized town, medium-large-sized town. So total guards in the town is probably 100-ish. But there are many.
I look up and give whoever's staring at me a scowl and open the gate and proceed to enter the crypt.
Okay, well. All right, you did that fast enough. Give me another perception check. If you get a 25 or higher, you can catch up with the fairy fire.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Totally lost it.
So I will just investigate the crypt by myself. How do you deal with with dark vision or infravision or whatever?
If there's some sort of light source like stars or moonlight or something, we'll just consider it, night vision. If there's no light source, then no vision.
Okay. So that's like low light vision or something.
Yeah.
I mean, so am I comfortable investigating a crypt without a torch or that sort of thing?
As long as you don't go so deep that there's no more light coming from the outside.
All right. Well, we'll see. I keep the my hammer in my right hand and trace my left across the wall.
Okay.
As I
You start walking down through the crypt. You walk you walk like 10, 15 feet, and the wall turns. I mean, you can see in front of you pretty easily because your vision and there's still light coming in from behind you. It's just a straight shot. So it
Yeah.
goes 10, 15 feet, 15 feet in, and there's a pathway to the left. And meanwhile, the main corridor continues going down. And you notice 20 feet in front of you there are little notches, nooks in the side of the walls where there are bodies placed.
Okay. Am I am I at all superstitious of bodies? Is there any ritual I would need to observe?
That
Disturbing this sort
is
of thing?
your, I mean, rituals to observe. There are plenty of rituals to do, like with the dead, but
Okay.
however superstitious you are is up to you.
Okay. I mean, unless I'm violating any priestly law, I'm gonna just go ahead and walk past the bodies.
I mean, it's a pretty evil act to disturb the dead.
I'm not disturbing them. Just
Right.
going in for a visit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the dead
Yeah.
are to be visited, some might say.
Okay. Okay. So I walk past them, I guess with a second thought, but I ultimately decide to go on ahead.
All right. Uh, I like chat's quotes. I have no desire to crush another man's penis or have my way with his wife. Neal quote, 2014. It makes sense in context, guys. I swear. I don't remember the context, but the last week, the
This is your
Minotaur.
Minotaur, yeah, crushing
This was
the man's
gruff,
penis and
demanding
yeah.
he bring his wife to me. Oh, this is why you don't play D&D when you're sleep deprived, guys. You do things like that.
Mhm.
Anyway,
So I yeah walk through the crypt. How many bodies does it look like are stored here?
it, you have 4 bodies on a side, and they're every 8 feet. It's hard.
Okay.
It's really just a function of how deep these crypts go, and you're not sure at this point.
Okay, but I'm passing
But
dozens. It seems.
yeah, yeah. So did you take that first left, or did you keep going straight?
Oh, the first left was down the was the. Okay,
Yeah,
I go straight.
you go straight.
Yeah.
Okay. You keep walking straight, and you notice the bodies here are fairly plain. There's no
Mhm.
rich fabric. They seem just kind of like. I mean, there's some burlap on them or some old clothing, but it looks like there are rats that live in here too because there's a lot of you know the remaining fabric is pretty crappy and eaten away. You do notice some rat poop here and there.
If you throw rats at me, I'm gonna be mad because I threw out all of the spell components to the anti-vermin barrier and all those garbage spells.
Why would you throw out those spell components?
They were trash. What kind of priest needs an anti-vermin barrier unless the DM throws a bunch of half-hit die rats at him?
Why would I
Anyways,
mean?
I keep walking straight.
Okay, you keep walking straight. Indeed. Okay.
Bring on your rats. I'll hit them with a hammer.
Well, I'm glad you said that because you do hear the squeaking of a large contingent of rats, and around the corner you see their beady little red eyes poking out at you.
How many?
For a
How
moment.
large are they? Just like regular
I mean,
rats?
you only see 4 sets of eyes. They're about 1.5 feet long.
So they're big ass rats. But
They're big rats, but they're still
not
rats.
supernatural giant rats or anything like that.
No, they're just big rats.
I
There's
roar
4 of them.
menacingly. I roar menacingly at the rats.
Okay. They squeal and then they start running towards you in a pack. As they come around the corner, you see that there's more than 4. There are actually 7.
Well, shit. Okay, I wish to ready in action to play rat baseball as soon as they show up.
You may ready that action, sir.
Okay. So did they charge me?
Oh, yeah.
You said there's 8 rats.
7.
Damn. All right.
Go. They come to you.
So
You can
this is
clearly.
this is like not a surprise, but like a free attack before we roll initiative, I assume, or
I'm going to say that you will just won
Just roll
initiative and
it.
you're in guard position,
Okay.
so you get a free attack.
okay. Ouch, miss.
That is indeed a miss. The rodents come up to you. What is your armor class?
15.
Okay. And they start scurrying around your ankles. Some of them start climbing up you, trying to bite you. 15 armor class.
Yeah.
One of them criticals you for 2 damage.
Motherfucker. Save versus death.
Yeah, but I don't. Are you
Ah,
size medium or size small?
I'm size medium.
They
I do
can't affect
fail.
you. You do
They
fail.
can't, but they
I
can't.
mean,
They roll a d4 for severity or something, don't they?
I don't think it even goes that. There's. I don't think you can have something two sizes smaller critical you
I
for on the
think.
table. There's no rules for it. I get you might just use
Okay.
the D6 because it doesn't go lower than D6. But I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I feel like losing an arm to a rat bite sounds a little stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no you can't. It's a fucking rat
Okay.
bite. It's not going to
Okay.
critical you.
All right.
All right, so you take 2 damage from the rat bite.
All right. Initiative or what?
Yes, initiative.
8.
Okay. Also,
I
one
have.
sec.
Do I need? I have obscene poison resistance.
Yeah, I was just rolling. They have a 5% chance.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with my poison save?
No, they have a 5% chance, and then you make a poison save.
Okay.
Yeah.
My poison save. If you want to do this privately, or you can
No, they didn't. I'll just ask you to make a
do it
poison
at the
save.
end, right? It's like 5% per wound, right?
Um, it just says 5% chance of infecting. So I guess 5% per bite, but not per damage.
Yeah.
You rolled an 8. They are size tiny, so they get +2. So actually, 4 of them go first. Only 4 of them.
Okay.
They all start nipping at you and around you. One of them lands another bite on you for 1 damage.
Motherfuckers. Okay.
At this point, you've got rats crawling on your legs. One of them's on your shoulder that's like chewing on you there. That's where you got the 1 damage from. You're having a hard time. There's still some on the ground that you can swing at with
I'm
your
going to
ball.
attack the ones that are still on the ground.
Okay.
My first attack this round, 12.
12. Find me a +1 in there somewhere.
High ground, 2
I'll
sizes
give it
larger.
to you. Yeah, you're 2 sizes larger. I'll give you high ground. 13 is a hit.
4 damage.
That slaughters the rat. The rat squishes into little bits of bone and flesh and flies across the room, landing against the wall in a heap. You get a second attack this round because you
Don't a few
are.
more rats go.
Oh yes, you're right. The other ones get to make their attack. They continue to bite at you, but they don't get through your leather armor, chainmail.
Chainmail.
They don't manage to get through your chainmail to any weak points.
Fucking up my silks. 18.
18, critical the rat.
19.
19, critical the rat.
10
10
damage.
damage. The rat is dead.
Okay.
Okay, at this point,
Should have.
there are 5 rats left, but none of them are on the ground. At this point, they're all crawling on you. Do roll initiative.
I will. I'm going to go drop my maul and go for grab attacks. Ouch. 12.
Okay, they all go first. 3.
Actually, I don't drop it. I mean, I just transfer it to my left hand.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And then do grab attacks with my right hand.
The rats crawl all over you. Some of them get in your hair. They're starting to scratch at your clothing and rip it apart pretty badly. But your chainmail is keeping you safe.
None of them they can't really get to my hair. My hair is like tucked in a little cap and then with a chainmail coif over the top.
They get to your back
So-
hair on the back of your neck.
My chain. There's no gap to get to
They're
my back
not
hair.
rats. They crawl underneath your colif.
Okay, well, I grab that rat. I don't know how you want to handle bonuses or penalties for attacking something that is on me.
I think it should be
Oh,
pretty easy to
thanks.
grab something that's like a rat crawling on you. Should be pretty fucking easy to do. I would give you +4 to
roll a
hit.
3.
Okay, I would give you +4, so 7 is still a miss.
Okay,
Um,
next round.
next
I'm gonna
round.
I'm gonna start move. I'm gonna take move actions, half move actions. Towards
In which direction?
The way I came.
Okay. Initiative?
Yeah. 8.
They all go first. No, I take it back. 3 go first. One of them The one that crawled on your core lift gets a nice deep bite at the back of your neck, and you take 2 more points of damage.
Okay.
Your turn.
14.
You grab a rat, no problem.
So, can I throw it with that same action, or do I have to throw
Yeah,
it
you can
next
go.
round?
You can go ahead and throw it.
Okay. I don't know if it takes any damage, but if I can get it 10 feet in the air, that's d6 damage. But I'm trying to get rid of it.
Okay. You just throw it down the hallway.
Yeah, if I can get it enough air to
Give me
throw it against the wall or something like that.
Give me a missile attack roll.
Okay. Critical fail.
So you grab the rat and toss it, and he just like flops a few feet in front of you and starts running back
Charges
at
right
you.
back at me.
Yeah. The other two that
Initiative.
turn go. No. Okay, they miss. It is initiative round.
14.
14.
I'm
Okay.
trying to hit the one that I threw with the maul.
Okay. They all come at you, nipping at you. Your clothing is getting pretty tattered now, but your chainmail is strong against the teeth of the rats.
I just put on my new silks. So how many? Trying to think how much of the silks I've got on and how much I still have.
We'll worry about it later.
Okay.
There's a rat crawling around your feet right now that you had just thrown.
Okay. I take a step back and play whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
19.
You critically whack-a-mole the rat.
8 damage.
Oh my god, the rat is dead.
Rat pudding.
Yeah, you croquet it, and it just kind of splatters against the mall. Initiative.
I guess I'll be going back to a grab attack.
Okay.
Because they're all on me, right? So
Yeah.
I've killed 3. There are 4 on me.
Yeah.
9 initiative.
Okay. 3 of them go first. No, actually, all 4 of them go first. They lose heart. The rats start leaving you and
Okay,
running
in
off
that case,
with you.
I'm going to switch to a maul. I don't know
Okay.
if you want to just add 2 to my initiative roll or.
That's fine. I mean, you go last anyway. So the 4 rats that are on you, they abandon ship and they take off
chase
down the
them.
hallway. You chase the rats?
Of course they do.
Okay.
They're probably faster than me.
Yeah,
actually.
moving rate 15.
Do I get attacks of opportunity as they try to flee?
I'll give
Or
you
at least-
1 attack of opportunity on a rat.
18.
Okay, you
Natural
hit and you critical.
It's not a critical. 4 damage.
I mean, you get a +2 for back attack. It brings it to 20.
Okay. All right.
I guess
Is
it still
4
doesn't
enough to
clear
kill
it.
it?
It doesn't matter. It dies.
8 damage. Okay.
They
I
don't have very much
growl at the rats as they flee.
health. Okay, they flee down the hall, chittering as they go.
I remove my silks and put them in. Do I even have a bag? Yeah, I put them in my book bag. Grumbling.
Okay.
I'll assess the damage later.
Okay.
I'll keep investigating.
All right. You keep going down the hallway.
Did you deal with all the rat wounds? Did I need to roll any saves?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How much damage did you take total?
5 total, but 3 attacks. So I
Right.
think you rolled the first one, right?
I rolled the first one. Yeah.
More.
Okay. I mean, make a poison saving throw.
So D20 and roll higher than my poison save? My
Yes,
poison
sir.
save is 4.
4.
Seriously, by level 3 it'll be like 1.
It's
Or by level
ridiculous.
whenever my saves go at.
Yeah. Okay. You have.
So I
Okay. You continue down the hallway, looking for.
any sign
Anything.
of this light.
Yeah. You do not see the light anywhere.
Where does the hallway lead to?
The hallway continues down and then splits at a T junction in front of you.
Do they look like paths or like more of the catacombs where the bodies are
It
stored?
continue. They're pretty much the same thing. It's just catacombs as they go. You're not sure. You know the light had gone straight. It didn't take that first left turn, so you were heading the right direction, but you don't know if it went left or right at the very end, which is where you are now.
Say that again?
So the light had gone straight down the catacombs, and as you walked in, there was that path to the left that you didn't take because the light didn't go that way.
Yeah.
And so now you've gone all the way down, and there's a left and a right, and you don't know which way the light went. It could have gone either way.
Okay. Do they both look equally well maintained and interesting?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, 14. Not going to happen. I go right.
Okay. What the hell? You go right. Okay. Okay.
No, Chad, I do not get bubonic AIDS.
Bubonic AIDS? Oh my god, that's the worst disease I've ever heard of. Bubonic AIDS. Okay. You keep going down the hallway. And you come to a large room. In the center of the room is a small statue of a man. I mean, it's life-size statue, but it's a statue of a man. He's got armor on, and he's holding a sword in one hand aloft, and he's got his left hand lowered, as if it would be holding something. You actually notice the fingers are apart enough that you could probably stick a torch down in there. Looks like it's meant to hold a torch while you're in the room. Square room. This is in the very center, and on the walls all around are more of these catacombs, but instead of the bodies going lengthwise, they go depthwise. So it looks like you'd push a body in rather than just set it gently.
Okay, I will circle the room and see if there's anything interesting about the walls or the bodies.
Give me 4 perception checks, one for each wall of the room.
Okay. First one is a 29, 24, 29, and a critical fail.
Okay. You do notice on 2 of the walls there are writings depicting, this the first wall to your right, the first wall that you checked, has a plaque on the very bottom of the wall that says, "Here lies the Crawlfest family." And the next wall has a plaque on the bottom that says, "The undead, they're the unknown soldiers." And the remaining other 2 walls, you didn't find any plaques on. They could be gone. There may never have been any there to begin with.
Okay. So I'll take a look at the statue. So his sword is carved. It's part of the statue, right?
Yeah, it's made of stone.
I take a look at the hand and inspect the little hole or whatever, see if there's anything.
It looks like you could stick a torch or a stick down there or something. Or maybe it's just a well carved hand. But
I stick my finger in there.
It's cold and stone like.
Okay.
It's meant for something else.
Greg would fit a coin.
A copper coin would fit down in there. Or actually, any size coin, any denomination coin would fit in there.
I put a copper coin in there.
Okay. Hold on one sec. Let me adjust my video because this is my true natural slouching position. There we go. We're not pretending to be sitting up. You stick a coin in there and it clatters down into a hard to reach place, and you find yourself having trouble getting it out. Yeah.
I laugh at myself and then leave.
All right.
Subtracting a copper coin from my inventory.
Okay.
And I will go down the other path.
Okay. The other path continues for ways and then comes to a gate. It's a ways is only 30 feet, but it is an iron gate like the one you saw on the outside with another chain and lock.
Is it still in good condition, the gate?
Yeah.
Not like rusted or anything.
No.
All right, same thing as before. Let's give this a try. I have to roll a 4 or less, huh?
Yep.
14.
All right, so each open doors check takes 1 minute.
Okay. All right,
Proceed
as
as you will.
again. 7. 13. That's 3 minutes banging on this thing. Okay,
4
fourth
minutes,
minute,
okay.
I roll a 2.
4th minute, you roll a 2. You give it a nice whack, and the the chain or the lock breaks and falls to the ground.
I remove the chain
Okay.
and continue.
Okay. You open the door here, and you feel that this room is a little bit colder than the last. In the other chambers, there's something uneasy about it. The air is
Is it
very still, but it kind of feels like you've walked into a cellar or something.
okay? I breathe in the air.
A taste of dust. It's fairly lifeless. Feels kind of stale.
Okay. I proceed. Is this a room or a hallway?
This is a room. I'm sorry. This is a room similar to the last one. It is 10 feet on a side, and this one has no statue in the center, although there are sconces in the walls. The floor is carved stone in the pattern of bricks with what looks to be a family crest or sigil carved into it. And in front of you, against the far wall, is a small pot.
I approach the pot.
You notice in the pot are gold coins.
100 of them or
You're
more?
not sure. Could be 100, 100-ish, let's say.
Okay. I don't stick anything in the pot yet. I'm going to inspect it for any writing.
You look around on the stone floor, and beneath the carved into the ground, you have to wipe off some dust. Beneath the pot or in front of the pot are the words: "The treasures, the treasure of the family awaits the victor."
Do I find a family name
No.
somewhere else in the room?
You look around through the rest of the room, and you do not see a family name.
Do I see anything? I'm going to take a few minutes and search the other walls in the center of the room.
The bodies look. Give me 4 perception checks then.
29,
Jesus. All these
18.
29s.
21, 21.
Okay. The bodies here look to be a little bit newer, perhaps. Their clothing is more intact. Some of them are armored. One of them has a sword laid across his chest with him. One of the
Rusted
women.
or new? Okay.
No, it looks like a fairly standard sword. There's a woman, you judge by the looks of it, with 2 children, probably stillborns in birth, beside her. But other than that, it looks to be a fairly standard tomb.
Okay. Maul in my right hand. I will kneel in front of the pot and take a closer look on the outside.
The
Is there any
pot
carving
is
to it,
a
or-
copper. It just kind of comes up and then has like a little bit of a lip on the outside. It looks like it could work as a helmet in a pinch.
Okay. I will go ahead and touch the pot, try and wipe off the dust and see if there's anything that I'm missing.
No, you wipe off the dust and
And I will turn it 180 degrees and take a look at the backside.
nothing on the backside. Give me another perception check.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, cool.
I take a look behind me.
Seems empty.
I guess that's a little bit of metagaming, isn't it?
Why that
I will-
metagaming?
What?
That's not
Roll a
metagaming.
perception check. I look around. What's sneaking up on me?
No, I mean the perception check would have included you looking behind you, so that's totally fine.
I will remove the pot from where it was sitting.
Okay,
Pick it
you lift it up.
I'm lifting it up with one hand.
Okay, you lift it up with one hand, Maul in the other hand. It's a little heavy to hold in one hand, but whatever, you can do it. And silence drifts through the room.
I will set it on the ground in front of where it was and inspect the little recess that it was placed in.
It wasn't even in a recess. It was literally just on the floor.
Oh, okay. Victor. I scratch my beard and then go ahead. I lean my maul against the wall next to me and start filling my pouch with 100 coins. I'll go ahead and count out 100 coins first and then see how many are left.
Okay. You count out 100 coins, and it looks like you're. I mean, as you get to 70, you're like, well, there's probably like 150 or so in here. It looks to be more than 100 coins, but you hear around that time, you hear the sliding of something on something else.
I grab my maul and stand to my feet.
You stand to your feet, and you notice
leaving the pouch of coins in the pot on the ground.
the body that had the sword in it that was in the tomb
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm
pulling
looking
itself
first.
out of the tomb.
Well, fuck it. Control undead. Let's look up that table.
Fuck! You have control undead.
If this thing is strong, I may not be able to do it, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so for control undead, you just
Did you
need to
really forget that?
completely and utterly forgot.
Why do you think Solomon didn't meet any undead until I was comfortable letting him have a few henchmen?
Well, hey, sometimes you just need to throw undead in a campaign.
I agree.
Not like
I
they'll
agree.
be very useful to you in the city. Like, what are you gonna do? Walk around the city with undead?
No.
You saw what happened to Solomon when he walked around the city with undead. So give me your turning undead. Give me
It's just a D20, isn't
a
it?
D20 and a 2D4. No, wait, I lied. Just give me a D20.
It's 2d6, I think, but it. Oh no, it's just 12. Straight up 12. So 13. That probably doesn't even do it, unless it's just a one-hit die skeleton or something. We'll see.
The body pulls itself out and turns to face you. Sword. I mean, like as it pulls itself out, it grabs its sword and it turns
Yeah,
to
so
face
it's
you, holding the
chanting.
sword in two hands in front of you. Blade pointed
on.
down.
Virachi or whatever. Does it look like it's submitted to my will?
Yeah, it's standing like it's awaiting orders.
I take a step towards it, maul in hand.
Okay, it does not move.
I'm gonna circle around it and inspect the body. I say,
It stands before you.
I'm gonna, yeah. And what's it wearing? Is it an armor?
It has a helmet on, and it has shoulder guards, but it has no more armor. The body is almost entirely bone. There's a little bit of flesh still clinging to it, and just some scrapes of clothing. But it's just pretty much helmet, pads, sword, skeletal body, a little bit of flesh.
What if the inscription said the treasure shall await the victor?
Yes.
Shit. Treasure shall await the victor. There was a cool trick that I had wanted to do, but I'll save that for later. I didn't memorize the spell today or have the spell components, and I don't want to spoil things for Neal. So I tell. I'm gonna take a step closer and inspect the skeleton. I don't know, touch it and whatnot.
It does not flinch at any of your actions.
Okay. I take a step back, raise my hammer, and say, "Raise your sword."
It raises its sword in two hands.
Now fight me. And I wish
It
to relinquish
pulls
control of the
its sword.
skeleton if I can.
Okay. Yeah.
Something.
Roll initiative.
8.
You go first.
I will only strike first if it looks like I successfully relinquished control.
Yeah, well, either you relinquish control or it's actually fighting you because you ordered it to fight you. But one way or the other, it's swinging the sword at you.
Ouch! So I missed 8.
You miss.
AC 15.
It swings at you and hits.
Fuck. This would be a shitty way to die.
You take 1 damage because my dice hate me.
That's okay.
No, I kind of wanted you to die there. I thought it would have been funny. Bitten by a few rats, then killed by the skeleton that you controlled and then let go.
Ouch. 13 next round.
It goes first, takes a swing at you, and misses.
Let me see. 8 and second attack 11. Fuck.
11. Your maul swings harmlessly past it. Initiative.
13.
Its bones creak as it slashes at you again with its sword. That's not a d20. That's off the table. Critical hit!
This is
Natural
shitty way to-
20! 6 damage.
God damn it. I'm at 0. I fall to a knee, losing consciousness.
Um,
If I have any, I don't know if I don't know how the relinquish control actually would have worked, but if I can, I will instruct the skeleton to stop. Hold its sword.
Alright, let's see if there's anything about that in here. Are there any rules about relinquishing control?
There's probably nothing explicit.
What is the duration of turn undead? Oh, here we go. Evil priest. Same way. Up to 12 undead can be commanded. They follow his commands to the best of their ability and understanding until turned, commanded, or destroyed by another.
So it sounds like I almost can't even get rid of him, right?
Yeah, they follow your will. If you say stop following my will, then they would have
I didn't say anything. I said fight me,
Yeah.
and then I mentally stopped, and I mentally gave up control of
Okay.
it.
I'll let you
But
mentally
as
give up
I-
control as you
as-
slump to the ground.
Would you say? So as I'm slumping to the ground, you'll let me
You're like,
give it
oh, you
Don't
pass out.
Stop! Don't hurt me. Okay.
Okay. You flicker in and out of consciousness for God knows how long before you awaken on the floor. Wait,
1 HP.
let me. Yeah, you awaken on the floor sometime later at 1 HP. And we've been an hour, so let's take our first break. And we'll see how this plays out. See you guys soon.